For the hands-on project one, what I wanted to do, because I know that you guys are capable of reading and you don't need me to go through everything, so I won't. What I wanted to do was give you some of the underlying kind of the primary concerns so that you can have enough content so that you don't need to worry about going back after you've started to have to rebuild your page. So first and foremost, in just seeing the layout that we have here for the page, you will do best by essentially copying and pasting from the assignment description into your HTML and CSS documents. So do note that you do need both of those. If you just hand in an HTML page with all of the style thereon, that is a fault. That's not going to get you the score you're looking for here. You do need both an HTML and a CSS. My suggestion to you is to give yourself enough room to work with. Start at the top, work your way down, give yourself what the question is, number the questions, and then give yourself what the answer would be. That way, later on, when you come back and affix style to everything, you'll have the space you need to actually do everything you need to get the score you actually need. So I won't read to you things like the organization credited with creating the internet, so on and so forth. You'll build answers around those. What we're really looking for is everything really starts getting complex down here at numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. It seems to skip from 8. It goes 8, 9, 10, and then it goes 13. So clearly I have a numbering problem, or Eagle does. Really what you're looking to do to make sure you're doing is give yourself a venue so that you can center the page in its entirety and make up an aesthetically pleasing percentage of the viewport. So whatever that means to you, make sure it's centered, make sure it's using some very large percentage of that centering. That's number 9. Number 10, go back and provide style for the page. At least 6 selectors for the standard page elements, and each of those should have 2 style declarations throughout the page. So that means things like paragraphs, H1s, H2s, links, so on and so forth. In addition to that, you should have at least 4 more user-generated classes or IDs, and the choice genuinely is yours. I will, after you have made these submissions, go back and count everything. So what I look for are 10 selectors. Of those 10 selectors, I also make sure that there are properties and values assigned so that you really have gone through to do all of this. That's why it's my suggestion to you that in questions 1 through 8, that you provide yourself enough content. Put the numbering in there, put the question in there in a new line, paste the response that you would have in there, whatever you need to do to put content, so that you can style. That's really what you're looking at doing. What I will suggest here, also baked into number 10, is use good design. We've been talking about good design through the text. We've been talking about good design through these videos. And you know what good design is when you see it, right? All the way back to the first discussion we had for the course was what makes a good web page, what makes a bad web page. And now, here in session 3, we are making the transition. So you have gone from the content consumer, and now we have to look at the back end of that and say, that's not your only job anymore. Your job is to actually create the content. So I've left for you tools here. color.adobe.com is a fantastic tool. I will tell you that when I go through and look for creating web pages, so whether or not they be wolfteachtech.com or rvccis.org or rvccis.info, I borrow liberally from Adobe Color because putting colors together like that is not my forte. So I trust that a designer out there someplace has made a far better color choice than I have and borrow it from them. So I have the links for you there. You must use Google Fonts. I have the link for you here. Also in the product description, I've got an example of where you would put the imported style declaration for that. So just in case it's not perfectly clear with the video, in the fonts section from the session 2 module, here you can see it in the product description so that you have ready access to that. Here throughout the page, I do mention project team, project team, project team. If you would like to work in a project team, what I have here in this module in Eagle is a discussion posting that I have open up for everybody. And those of you who did not attend the Wednesday night Zoom meeting and still want a project team, I have that discussion board up there open for you. It's not worth any points, but you can collaborate on there. Please, if you would like to create a project team and you don't know exactly how you would move forward with that in a, how can we collaborate and code at the same time, shoot me a message right away. I will give to you a link to a video I will have up here, but just in case, message me ASAP, and I will give you a walkthrough for how using Replit. So you do have to sign up for something, unfortunately, but they have never hounded me with emails, and I've been using Replit for classes now for 5 years. I will give you a video walkthrough on how you would set up a project team collaboration there, and you can just continue to code, and work from there. It works fantastically well. So you are creating an HTML and a CSS separate files. All of your style goes in the CSS. All of your content goes in the HTML. Make sure to give yourself enough space to add content. Any place where you see group and you are not part of a group, just do it yourself. So where it says here, are the best cars in order of preference is represented amongst your group members. I don't care, pick some stuff. What are the 3 cars? If you're working, by your lonesome, pick 3 or 4 cars that you want on there. What are the worst cars you've ever had? Have you had too many cars? List them all there. All I want for you to have is content, so that later on you can add style. So if you're working as an individual as opposed to as a project team, just fill it in with whatever stuff you would like to. And again, if you want to work with a project team, look for that discussion posting below. It's not actually below this video. It'll be below it in the session module, and message me right away, because I will help intervene and try to create groups where I can with interested parties. So this is your first project. You will notice that the points value here, I believe it is 80. It is 80, is worth as much as an entire session's worth of work. So between the case studies and the hands-on practice, those are 80 points. This is worth 80 points as well. That's because these products really move your understanding much more drastically forward than does something as formulaic as a case study. So good luck, everybody. Message me if you have questions, comments, or concerns. I will be happy to help. I can provide you with directional feedback. What I will not provide you with is correctional feedback necessarily, not until after everything is due. So if you have a question, does that mean this? Yes, I can answer that. Or why doesn't this work? That one I won't be able to give you corrective feedback, but I'll be able to get you in the right direction. So good luck, everybody. This one is due next session, and have at it.